Well, I was a little while ago watching a video on YouTube where Richard Dawkins was at a lecture somewheres, and he was talking about his book, not the God Delusion, but his newer book, um, The Greatest Show on Earth, where he talks about evidence for evolution. And there was one thing he said in this talk that I think perhaps he didn't mention this in the book itself, but in his talk on the book he did mention it, and that's with respect to ID. Now, the first thing I'd like to point out about ID as perceived by Richard Dawkins, as uh, argued against by him, is that it's not creationism. Creationism, um, I suppose there's different definitions that you could have, but kind of a minimal definition that most people would hold, I would think, might be that evolution didn't occur. Now, that's the thing about creation. It's an alternative to evolution. Um, the ID movement, however, is not an alternative to evolution. Rather, it's a more precise, uh, better way from the view perspective of the ID people of explaining the mechanism behind evolution. So it's a form of theistic evolution. Therefore, it's not creationism. But in this video I was watching, Darwin or Dawkins was talking about uh, in the animal kingdom you have, I forget now which animal it was, but there's an animal that is a predator of the cheetah. So the cheetah can obviously run very fast, has a certain muscular system to enable it to outrun its prey. At the same time, Dawkins said that the predator of the cheetah is uh, intelligently designed, and he's being facetious, of course, because he doesn't believe in intelligent design. But it was intelligently designed uh, to catch the cheetah. So you have the intelligent designer designing the predator to stalk its prey more efficiently, and to do a good job doing that, killing the cheetah, eating it, using its energy and so on, digesting the meat. But the cheetah is also intelligently designed to escape capture. Mm, I can live on these. Um, so the intelligent designer, the point he's getting at is that the intelligent designer is um, has a conflict of interest. He's designing one thing intelligently against the intelligent design of another. Well, let's think about that here for a minute. The fact is that both the predator and the prey, the cheetah and the predator of the cheetah, are going to be uh, the, the in when we observe nature, we do see that sometimes the predator does catch the prey, and sometimes it doesn't. So the predator is effective in catching the cheetah in certain circumstances, and the cheetah is efficient in escaping capture in other circumstances. So when we think of nature in grammar school, we learned about the web, what was it called? The chain of life, or the web of life, or the food chain. That's what it is. The food chain. Um, mm, and popsicles are at the top of my food chain. But we don't want all of the cheetahs to become extinct through predation. But the predator that's hunting the cheetah needs to have a certain amount of food, of cheetah meat, to survive, or they'll go extinct. So far from pointing against intelligent design, and this isn't speaking of irreducible complexity, just intelligent design in general. Um, far from denigrating it, this shows it's even more remarkable that these things could be designed in such a way that both the killing and the escaping getting killed could be in just the right balance. And then, when you tie that in with different things that are predators of the predator of the cheetah, and different foods that both animals eat, uh, there really was quite an amazing balance there in the environment which these animals find themselves in. So the environment itself, not just the biological organisms, but the environment they live in, seems to be intelligently designed. Well, guess that's really all I wanted to say about that. Um, it's just when guys like Dawkins, I'm sure he knows a great deal about biology, having a PhD in biology and such. Um, but he's trying to speak to religion and philosophy, and what he's saying doesn't make any sense. Okay, he doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, and yet people keep gobbling this stuff up. But yeah, go to Michael Martin or Quentin Smith or J.L. Mackey, Kai Nielsen, so somebody who actually knows what they're talking about when they argue against Christianity and religion. Um, don't go to Dawkins. I heard actually, I was watching a video a while ago on YouTube. It wasn't actually a video, it was just audio, and they had like a picture. Um, it was an interview with Christopher Hitchens on a radio program, and I believe Dan Barker was the host. It sounded like Dan Barker, and there was a woman there as well. I'm not sure who that was, but at any rate, the host, again, I think it's Dan Barker, he said that at the beginning of the interview, he said that Christopher Hitchens has a degree in philosophy from, I think, Cambridge University, and I couldn't believe it when I heard that Christopher Hitchens has a degree in philosophy from Cambridge, because his philosophizing about God is so bad. Um, it's hard to imagine that he really does have a degree in philosophy from Oxford. Even just a bachelor's degree would have helped, I would think, but not sure if that's true. If you paid off the teachers to give him an A or what, but yeah, new atheism does not give a persuasive case against uh, the existence of God. Thank you all. I'm going to enjoy my popsicle. Shalom out.